Instead of the wonderful, wonderful Frost Kieran with us, we're actually going to be swapping one girl for another. And why don't you introduce yourself? Because I think the viewers would love to see you.
Hi, I'm Alexis. I'm the social media queen for our high school esports league.
And in the background, we got the wonderful president of actually the high school esports league himself. And I, since you're the social media princess, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and the job and how much you actually do know about League and if you do play it yourself?
I am a noob. I'm really bad. I don't know a lot about the game, but I like it. I do all the social media. I do the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram for high school esports league. So you're talking to me whenever you're commenting.
Oh, so that retweet from like 2 seconds ago, awesome. I know who to contact if I don't get it next time. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the champion picks and bans phases. First six bands coming out is Draven, Skarner, Oriana, Udyr, Jax, and Kassadin. Now, looking at that Skarner, now, it looked like Purple Side really had a tough time. Wait a minute. I'm not Frost Kieran. Hold on. This is kind of mixed up right now. On the Twitch, I'm not Frost Kieran. She's definitely not me. But as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, Skarner was fantastic on Melon Bread Kitty. Kitty was just rolling over the bottom lane composition of Lucian and also Thresh. Nothing could stop it, and also Kassadin. So the purple side, Arcadia, is banning out the two champions that gave them one hell of a ride to the winning for Suffix. So Suffix seeing if they can actually go again. Dimes and Kitty synergized very well, ladies and gentlemen, going into the game. And on that side, they also got Draven, Oriana, and Jax banned out. So a very good Draven player taking that away from Sleepy, and also Oriana middle pick, and Jax getting rid of that in that kind of scene. So that's what we got going for us. I mean, social media queen, what do you think? Yes, I am
Yes,
putting
I
you on.
agree.
Okay, so you have played, I mean, do you have like some kind of idea of the champions, who should be picked and who should be played, and who's the better champions?
No, I really like Zyra myself, but that's really only the champion that I know.
So
Sorry.
for the no problem. So the picks coming down, Phoenix actually picking in and locking in that Yasuo. So we're gonna probably be seeing either a middle or top Yasuo. The next pick is gonna be that Lucian and also Lee Sin. Very two strong picks coming into it. Next is going to be Kitty actually gonna be locking in that Hecarim. Now we have not seen Hecarim being played recently in the meta at all. So it's going to be interesting to see how that horsey does coming in and fearing everybody on the Rift. And also Dimes locking in that Caitlyn. So Suffix going to be going in with his Caitlyn play with the ace in the hole, Piltovers, and Godel Traps of Cupcakes. Ah, Cupcakes. I gotta love them. And looks like we're going to be hovering over for middle lane, and we are. That's going to be a lock-in for both Annie, so we got that big old bear Tibbers coming down with the stun, and also going to be locking in for the support of Leona. So the tri-stun of Zenith Blade, Shield of Daybreak, and also Solar Flare are going to be coming down. Now, Symptom's going to be hovering over that Thresh pick, which is still very strong. You got Death Passage, you got Stillie's Hook, which is fantastic, and we have seen some Thresh plays here in this championship and also rounds coming out. Not to mention the box and also Frey have been useful, especially getting out of tight situations these teams have been coming in. And we might see. Can we actually see a yet another top lane pick for Karma? We saw that a couple games ago where they pulled it out. We might see it again. Who knows? And the last pick going to be coming down as it does lock in for Karma and Thresh. I am too going to be picking up that last one. Now, they got the jungle. They got the ADC, middle, and we're going to have to see who is going to be their top laner, or if anything, who's going to be their jungle if Lee Sin does go top.
So do you think that one team has the favor over the other today, Clysis?
Considering these two teams, and considering that these two teams had already faced each other, and also hovering over that Nidalee pick, which is still very strong. As you guys, if you guys were here before, Frostkieran said that she is still really strong even after her rework. But before, these teams had already faced each other. You had Suffix versing Arcadia, and with this, they won last time, and even though they took out two very strong champions, Skarner, Kitty taking on Skarner, and Kassadin going on Dimes, they're going to be changing it up. And with a minute to go, and then we're going to hit that 3-minute delay, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be looking at this. So on Suffix's side in top lane, Phoenix is going to be going with Karma. Kitty's going to be in the jungle with Hecarim. Dimes in the middle lane with Yasuo for that knockup. Suffix and Symptom in the bottom lane with Caitlyn and Thresh. And on Arcadia's side, I am Terra in the top lane as Nidalee, being a very strong kitty cat that she is. Masuno in the jungle with Lee Sin. Guilties in the middle lane facing up against that Yasuo. Gonna be Annie with the Tibbers in the bottom lane with Leona and Lucian. We got the Tri-Stun coming out, Sleepies, and I am Chu. And with that, I'm going to have to be saying it's going to be a very aggressive bot lane coming out from both sides. Now that we hit the 3-minute delay, we can actually start talking about summoners since they just actually switched it over. So looks like it's going to be actually a Flash Ignite going into a Flash Teleport against the top lane. In the middle, it's going to be a Flash Ignite, and also the same thing, Flash Heal going against it. And in the bottom, it's going to be Flash Exhaust, Flash Heal over on Suffix's side, and also on the right-hand side for Arcadia, it's going to be Flash Heal and Flash Ignite. So 3 different kinds of summoners coming down in that bottom lane. So gonna have to be asking, will we have more kill potential, or will we have that exhaust going down on Sleepies and completely shutting him down? That is gonna be the question. I mean, I'm gonna have to put you on the spot, Lux. Who do you think is gonna win? Social media queen, come on. Who's gonna win?
I'm gonna say Arcadia.
Well, I think you are totally wrong, because the last time Arcadia went up against Suffix, they got their butt handed to them with the combined of Skarner and Kassadin. If you were watching that game, I hope you were. And if you guys were, Suffix has already taken 1 game, and this is the finals for the best of 3. So we're just going to have to see how this does handle going into this game. So we are winding down to that 1 minute and 30, and we'll be right back with more action on the Rift at High School Esports League. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just now loading onto the Rift, and if you guys are just tuning in, this is the best of 3 finals for the High School Esports League with myself, Clysis, and also the social media queen for High School Esports League, Lux herself. Lux, say hi.
Hello.
Well, that was about it. Now, you won't hear the rest of her for the rest of the game. I'm just kidding. So we're now just loading onto the Rift, and she's here for comedic remedy. So
Relief?
This is gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
that's right.
She is like the female freak, ladies and gentlemen. The right freak of League of Legends. She's the female version. So give it up for her. Give her a round of applause. Even though we can't really hear the clapping.
I can hear you. I can hear it. Clap loudly.
That's my clapping. I'm doing a clap. But we are loading onto the Rift, and we could possibly see some level 1 shenanigans going down. So wards are going to be placed, and since of that 30-second, going to be just trying to get some early aggression going off, kind of as Frostkieran said before, if you guys were here before. It's going to be more of that reward coming out, being that extra gold on that first blood before the 4-minute mark. So with that, we're going to just have to see how these teams do go out. So no level 1 shenanigans looking like anything's going to happen. And they're just really spread out at this point, just warding off everyone. And right now, that's about it. I mean, what do you see? Lux, you play League. Come on, tell me.
Well, some running, some waiting.
Minions have spawned.
What else? Please tell me. What else do you see?
Minions are spawning, so that's a good start, right?
I would hope so. I would hope minions would be spawning. What else do you see? Please tell me.
Well, from where I'm sitting, I'm just seeing some waiting.
Waiting? Just waiting.
Just some waiting of some people.
And with this, I am just having too much fun because this.
Oh, here we go.
Yes. And the smites are going down, so the red buffs and blue buffs are going towards the proper junglers. And with that, it's just gonna have to see how this does go. So at this point, we're just gonna be looking to see who gets first blood, who's gonna be the more aggressive. It looks like Symptom is getting a little bit aggressive right now. It's gonna get a little bit punished for it with the Shield of Daybreak. Looks like Leona taking that level 1 and grabbing that relic shield. Now looking over at Thresh, picking up that Dorn shield instead. So he's not gonna have that gold income item, but going with instead kind of a tanky start, for an unusual tanky start, because a lot of the times if you're going Thresh, you're going to be either going Ancient Coin and going into Talisman for that Talisman speed for that 20% for a few seconds, or you're going to be going into the brand new support items to give the shields for that attack speed, or even coming out for Relic Shield, the same start for Leona. So that's what we got going for it. Now on the other side, Leona taking up that Relic Shield and also having the wards, and 2 wards over Thresh's just 1 little trinket ward. So we're gonna have to be seeing how this is going to be going for these 2 teams going into this early game. Possibly could be seeing some shenanigans possibly come out. Now Maso is waiting in the corner, trying to see what he can do now. He can safeguard onto it, and he is trying to see what he can do right now, and he's gonna miss his Q, and Dimes is gonna be the one to back off. So there's no gank trying to happen, but nonetheless, it is gonna be a good-hearted attempt. With that, a lot of damage coming down. Piercing Light already going down onto it, but Guilty is taking a lot of damage. And with that, looking at the bottom now, Kitty's on the wait going on to it, but the flash is going to be used, so just a little bit. And with that, Piercing Light is going to go down onto Suffix, seeing what he can do. Destiny is going to land on Maso, though. Will it actually be enough? No, it will not. A lot of damage going down on Leona from the tower shots. Just trying to see what he can do right now. Dimes blocking that little bit of projectiles coming out from Annie with the wind wall. A lot of damage just coming out from Dimes onto Guilty. This is almost nothing that can do right now. And he's just getting all sorts of pressure. And with that, Sleepy and I Am Chew just trying to put the pressure back onto Caitlyn and Thresh at this point. And looking at the CS differences, still keeping it pretty the same. Looking at the items now, Lucian still has his health bot, so a little bit more sustain. And almost at that level 6, so no ultimates just yet, but he's got to watch for that. Box is not going to do very much. It actually is going to be going up against that tri-stun for Leona that she is known for. And when that solar flare does go down, it's going to be the difference between picking up that kill or not. So just going to have to see how that does go into team fights and how much of an advantage will Symptom be up against I Am Chew on Leona, and how much effect they're going to have in these team fights around that 25-30 minute mark. That's what we're going to have to really look for, ladies and gentlemen, as we do go into this. Now Xenoblade is going to miss, and along with that wonderful Eclipse, it's going to miss it, but still going to have to back off, just trying to farm a little bit. So now about 10 CS difference, not too bad. Still, it is in favor of Caitlyn right now, and just trying to put some pressure back onto Suffix while, ooh, and Masuno is in the weights right now. Could possibly see a safeguard onto Leona and also Q if they can actually do it. Now, he is waiting in the bush. He doesn't want to engage just yet. Seeing what he can do. Now, Hecarim is nowhere near the bottom. If he wants to go in on it, just trying to bait it just a little bit. And he is there. The Q is going to land. That is going to be possibly first blood coming down. Destin is going to land on the Sleepy. Tower shots are coming down. Oh, no. First is going to go down for Caitlyn, picking up just by a Piltover. Let's see what they can do now. Suffix just trying to run after Leona right now, possibly getting a little bit overzealous. And oh no! That is 13 health left. That was really close, but still first blood going in favor of Suffix and picking up that extra gold. So right now, it is going to be 2,000 gold, so about 2,500 gold to 1,800 gold already accumulated against these two ADCs, along with that first blood gold. So congratulations to taking the first blood for Suffix. Let's see how else this is going to go. Two aggressive bot combinations. And in the top lane, this is not going to be good, as I Am Terry just is going to scratch his way to first blood for him, actually, and getting that gold. So right now it is going to be 1-for-1 for Arcadia and also Suffix. And with that, oh, Guilty's gonna go down. Didn't even see that, and Kitty trying to see if we can do some. And right now, still Suffix in the lead. And that was still a great last breath, knocking it up, being able to get that kill onto Annie pretty easily. Now, Kitty, seeing it, they're going to be overzealous. They're going to go in for the tower dodge. They're going to be able to pick it up, but will it actually be enough to get out of that situation? And it will, just in the nick of time. And with that, that is going to be now 3-1 in favor of Suffix. It's still 2,000 gold. You're being kind of quiet right now, Lux.
No, the game is still early. They've got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Just plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Are you sure it's not going to be a 20-minute surrender GG?
I don't think so.
I think it's going to be a 20-minute surrender GG. I really do think that now. Just because you're honestly thinking that. I heard it.
There is time.
But with that Symptom actually taking a lot of damage right now, the calling, and it's actually going to be Suffix instead. Seeing what they can do. Now, the original build actually coming out from Lucian, seeing him picking up those 2 Doran's blades, so he's got that little bit of lifesteal, actually over 10% lifesteal already, and 6 and 8, got that 14% lifesteal to only at 6%, but still on the side, Caitlyn already has that BF sword. It's going to be going into that IE and seeing what they can do. Now, Sleepy is going to be going for that Borwick since it synergizes so well with Lucian's, basically because of the proc, the basic proc that comes out from Borwick. It synergizes so well with Lucian. It's one of the first items over IE or any other items for Lucian, unlike Caitlyn for the auto attacks. Oh, and action in the lane. I apologize, but Kitty is just gonna have to back off, seeing can't really do anything, and a kill is gonna go down in the middle lane against Dimes with the help of also Maso and Guilties. Now, I have to see it. Masano is going to be roaming bottom right now. We could possibly see it. He is going to get caught out by that ward, so they're going to have enough time to react. And Masano is going to be actually backing off, so don't want to be giving it up too much, but still 1,000 gold lead in favor of Team Suffix. And Guilty is going to get caught out once again. Not much they're going to be able to do, but Melon is going to get caught out himself, trying to get out of it. Flash being used, but the spear is going to connect, and that's going to be yet another kill for Team Arcadia.
That's right.
20-minute surrender, GG. I heard it from her lips just now.
You did not.
Mouthing the words right now. 20-minute surrender, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have to prove her wrong. This is gonna be an hour-long game. She's gonna have to stay here and commentate with me. All of the best of 3.
Bring it on.
20-minute surrender. She's still mouthing the words, guys. This is what she's mouthing.
Don't believe it.
But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we're now just hitting that 11-minute and 40-second mark, with it still being 1,000 gold lead and a kill ahead for Team Suffix. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is still best of 3 for the finals for the championship. Who's going to be taking first place, and also who's going to be taking the second place home, with some fantastic prizes coming out from the high school esports. Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about those prizes? Tell us.
There's the Summoner's Mouse. We've got some High School Esports League t-shirts, some mouse pads, plenty of RP to go around.
So,
sound good to you?
Words, if you go back into high school, you're going to get some fantastic prizes. But in the bottom, the box is actually going to go up against I2, and also in the middle lane, Dimes is going to be able to pick up that kill onto Last Breath for Lee Sin, and also in the bottom, still a lot of damage going out. In the middle, take a look at it. They're able to pick up that kill onto it, and Spite is going to go down onto Tibbers. Take a look at it. They're actually going to start roaming either to Dragon or to bottom, seeing what they can do. And they are going to try to attempt Dragon right now. That's going to be a little bit risky, but a lot of damage coming out. And that is going to be an uncontested first Dragon of the game, going in favor of Suffix. So they're taking those objectives and taking names already. 3,000 gold in favor of Team Suffix against Arcadia, already 2 kills ahead. And my lord, the damage that is coming out from the top lane. Nidalee going up against the Karma, taking a lot of damage, and Phoenix has the money just going for him right now. He's going to actually teleport. Going to recall and probably teleport back after he picks up some items, seeing what he's actually going to pick it up. And he's going to actually pick up on Fiend's Holy Grail, so he's going to have that little bit of maximum mana, now 15%. If you guys do remember the changes from 12 to actually now 15% on all kills and assists, and still having a little bit of less magic resist from 60, from 40 to 25, and bringing up that mana regen, so they got that going for it, and a little bit of cooldown reduction. So Athene's Holy Grail, even though it did take a big chunk of magic resist away, especially in that early game, away from the middle laners, it's still very good for that aggressiveness early game, for that 60 ability power. I always thought that was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And Melon Bread. Kitty's going in. Last breath is going to go on to Guilty's again. And he is just getting her socks rocked. Now 3-0-3-2 going up against that Yasuo. Now Yasuo already, and with that, Zenith Blade is going to go in. Look at that. Suffix taking a lot of damage, getting locked down by that solar flare. Is just going to have to back off. Tower shots being taken like that. But at the same time, Yasuo having a lot of damage just come out from him. Already having that static ship, having that attack speed, along with that little bit of lifesteal and attack damage from Doran's Blade. But still, that 40% attack speed and also the crit, 20% crit chance coming out. Now, Dimes is actually on the run right now, seeing what he can do. He's actually going to be popping Wind Wall. Now I Am Terror is in a bad position, just trying to see what he can do. Trying to dodge all the Qs, all the skill shots, and I Am Terror is going to pick up that kill onto the poor horsey. So the kitty does one up against that horse. And so 4,000 gold lead in favor of Suffix. Frost, go Frost, we're out there, my Frost. Oh, Frost, Frost, where can you be? I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I had to get a short-term order cook by the name of Lux over here. Wonderful lady. She'll reply to your tweets and retweet ya.
Oh, yeah.
But nonetheless, I do apologize for Frost not being here, ladies and gentlemen. I do think she overslept a little bit. But nonetheless, Lux was kind enough and nice enough to fill in for Frost.
Oh, happy to do it. Happy to do it.
Not to know much about the game. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, still going into it. Now 17-minute mark coming into it. A 6-4. Dimes waiting in the corner, and also that 4,000 gold lead. First tower of the game actually going in favor of Suffix, and with that, Yasuo is now roaming around the map, having his tower actually destroyed at around that time limit. And also, if you guys look in your top left corner, Dragon is now going to be spawning in about 1 minute and 50 seconds, so they're going to start seeing teams start rotating around that, start coming out from bottom and also middle, and we possibly could see a pincer coming out. No, and with that is actually going to be Nidalee going down. Doesn't want to be facing 3 members of those teammates, and if anything, what Nidalee should be doing right now is actually running, because there's a Yasuo and also Horsey on the run. Windwall actually blocking it off, and that was a good reaction play coming out from Arcadia. And that's going to be yet a now 1-for-1 towers. And only about 3,000 gold difference between these two teams. And in bottom lane, they're trying to go for it. And that was a long-range Zenith Blade going onto it. Piercing Light going onto it. And that's going to be an auto attack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, going to be denied. If somebody wants to roam bottom, that's going to be an interesting kill, but at the same time, Annie's going to be able to pick up the kill on Yasuo, and Hekrum's going to be able to pick up that kill onto Lee Sin, and that's going to actually be a double kill for Kitty himself. So the horse is getting bigger now, 5-2-2, and we're starting to see a pattern come from Suffix right now. Is they start focusing on getting their jungles fed, and with that, it is working out for them now. 5-2-2. The kills are not spread out as well as they are on Arcadia, now being 3-1-1-2. But at the same time, if Hekrum is going to start going into lanes, roaming around like he has been, he's going to start picking up more and more kills. And with that, he is going to now pick up Triforce. So that is going to give him that huge power spike that he is meant to have. And with that, looking at bottom now, 176 to 160, so doing very good job right now. Masuno, though, is going to go down onto Symptom. Solar Flare is going to go down. Kitty is going to start running after the ADC and is going to start turning his face around, taking the Lantern and trying to go straight for Lucian. Just did not work. Calling coming out, trying to clear a little bit of waves, and Asimol is going to get denied, though. Gonna look at it. Suffix is now gonna take that second dragon of the game, taking those objectives, taking names. Now looking at a 5,000 gold difference, and they're gonna see if they can actually rotate around and take some. And the ultimate coming out. That's gonna be 1 kill. Seeing if they can do it. And Melon Bread, though, that's gonna be a shutdown. They were able to pick up 1-for-1 trade. Don't think it was worth it, though. So, Lux, how's your day been?
It's my birthday, so awesome.
Happy birthday!
Oh, thanks.
Now we can go back to the game. Now no one cares. I'm just kidding. I'm sure Mason and Caleb have already been giving you crap. But on the bottom is going to take a lot of damage. And that's actually going to be a death sentence with an auto attacks for Leona. So staying under that tower should have been a little bit more under it. And I don't know. I really want to be playing Caitlyn right now. Or Skarner. Either one.
Yeah, me too.
Do you? Do you? Well, did you get some RP or skins for your birthday?
No. Did you get me any?
Well, I didn't realize I was supposed to. I'm sorry.
Oh, now you know.
Apparently it's my fault, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. You know, out of the kindness of my heart, this is my birthday present, considering I don't have to actually be paid to actually cast for you guys. So this is my birthday present to you guys. Casting for free.
So I noticed that we haven't had a surrender yet.
That is true, but nonetheless, Iron Bear is going to fall as they're now going to turn their attention to Maso. That is going to be a double buff, but Tibbers is going to shut it down, and Maso is now still on the run, and the double buff is going to be handed over to the horse himself. And Suffix still taking down that one turret of the game, just going around, having opened both sides of that inner jungle open, putting out a lot of open space, along with free gold going to Suffix. Now already 7,000 gold ahead. Hurry up, Iris! Surrender, GG! Jeez. Lux, I told you we're not going to be surrendering.
You can't fool them. You can't fool them.
20 GG! No, we're not going to be surrendering. Well, why? Because I said so. And the ace of the whole last breath is going to go down onto I Am Chu, but Lee Sin is going to come in, use his Q. Dimes is actually going to get kicked under the tower and is actually going to go onto Symptoms, getting hit by the calling, and now it is going to be a 4-man on that bottom. And looking at the health, it still could contest it. Apologize, actually couldn't contest it because Lee Sin, and also Lee Sin was pretty low. It could have been a fight that could have gone in the favor of Arcadia, but still nonetheless 20 minutes surrender, GG! Max, stop! Nonetheless, a great fight going on to it. We could actually see a 1v1 going up against it, and Suffix taking a lot of damage right now, and Caitlyn just on the run. That lots of damage coming down. And in the top lane, we're going to see Horse trying to go after the kitty, trying to get some revenge. It's just not going to happen. So looking at Caitlyn, got the 2 Dorn's Blade and the first item, because of the ADC item changes, it's actually going to be IE. Now, if you guys do remember the changes to it, it has 25% critical strike, but they also have 80 attack damage now. So for the BS sword, it's 40, and then it starts scaling up to that 80 and 25% crit damage. So you're going to get most of your damage out of that IE starting that onto Caitlyn and the auto attacks like Jinx and also Caitlyn herself. But Kitty is going to come in being the horse, and my lord, the damage coming out. Tibbers is going to come down, seeing if they can do any damage. Smite is going to do it, and Last Breath is going to go down onto Guilty. It's not going to be enough damage, but it is going to be enough to actually force Lee Sin to actually recall, and possibly, yes, even Guilty. So a lot of damage coming out from Suffix's side as they do start pushing their way up to those towers. Stop!
No, I still have faith. I still have faith in Arcadia here.
Do you? Because you keep saying
I do.
surrender.
I don't. I believe.
Then who keeps saying that 20-minute surrender? It's not me. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially late game with all the items now being built. It is 2530. It is 4,300 gold. So they got 8,000 gold ahead. And the dragon is also coming up in 10 minutes. And as you guys can see, it is rotating around that dragon. Now, doesn't look like Arcadia knows where the dragon is going to be coming up. And that's going to be 3, 2, 1. The third dragon of the game going in favor of Suffix. Taking those objectives. And you can actually definitely tell the skill difference between these two teams going into these games, because they're just taking objective after objective, and once that gold starts just keep going up, it's just gonna keep going for it. And Sleepy taking a lot of damage, and looks like Melon Bread Kitty going in. Last Breath though is gonna be going down. Lee Sin going down. Now they're gonna start going after it. Fear going down onto Guilty. Oh no, this sentence is gonna lock down Annie, and that's going to be yet another 2 kills in favor of Suffix, as they're now going to start going after the tower, and that horse is thirsty for that arcane tokens, as they now are going to be taking down 4th tower of the game, tier 2 bottom tower, and they're going to start sieging onto that tower. And there's not much anti-siege potential, as the inhibitor tower is now going to go down and start going to work on the inhibitor tower. So the first inhibitor is going to go down at 27 minutes even, but the Zenith Blade is going to hit, trying to get out of it, and Symptoms is possibly going to... No! He is not! He's going to get out of live! So it's not going to be a sacrifice in vain, but still going into it. They are thirsty for blood, trying to go into it and trying to see what they can do. Now they are on the offensive, trying to turn it around. And Dimes is actually going to go into it. Oh no, that's a 4-man Timmers! That is going to be 1 kill, 2 kills. That is a Solar Flare going onto it. The Q is going to land. Dimes is not in a good position right now, as he is on the run, trying to see what he can do. And with that, Windwall is going to come down. At Last Breath, though, 3-man Last Breath. It is not going to be able to kill anyone, but still, that was a 4-man Tibbers locking up everyone. And that was a very fantastic 4-man Tibbers, but still Melon Bread Kitty trying to get out of the way, and that is going to be a tri-man stun coming out from Leona, locking down that poor horse. That's going to be some extra damage coming down. Now Thresh is on the run, the only sole surviving member of the team. And Symptoms, can he actually escape, or will he be cat food? And he's actually going to get away. So now Arcadia still being on the defensive, just trying to clear out the jungle, trying to get some extra gold off their belt. And with that, the red and blue buffs going to their appropriate members. Guilty's picking up that blue buff, and also red buff going to Lucian himself. So with that, just trying to clear out some siege minions in the base. And with that, they still have 3 towers left for Suffix. It is 6-1 and also 10,000 gold lead. I still think it's going to be a GG. What do you think, Lux?
I think there's nothing like a comeback.
10,000 gold difference, though?
You never know.
I think I don't want to call it just yet. count my eggs before they hatch. You are correct.
That's right.
It's always possible, especially in this current meta, where it actually turns out to be that one last team fight where it just ends up being pretty crazy, and Knockup's actually going to come out, but it doesn't look like they really wanted to attempt the last breath. Still trying to clear out those wards, try to attempt Baron, or at least bait it right now. I don't know if they actually want to attempt it. And with that, they are going to try to attempt Baron right now, seeing how fast it is dropping. Oh my, and the last breath is going to be landing onto, I apologize, Solarflare is going to go down. That's going to be 1 kill. That's going to be 2 kills. Going onto it. I Am Terror is going to be dropping like a rock. Now it's still going to be 2 members. Actually, I apologize, 4 members up against 2 members. That was not something they wanted to be facing right now. Still, Piltover is going down, and the Q is going to land, trying to flash over, trying to get somewhere they need to be. The stun is going to come down from Guilties, but what is going to be a change as Dimes now came around the back, trying to pick it up, and that's going to be 1-2 double shot coming out from Sleepy. Now they are on the move as Phoenix is going to pick up that kill, and now they, like I said, they are now on the offensive as they try to chase down the remaining members of the purple team as the first Nexus Tower does go down. And with that, it is going down. That is going to be 17-16, but still 12,000 gold in favor of Team Suffix right now. So how is that comeback looking right now, Lux?
Well, there's still time, right? Not over. It's not over till it's over.
But I have to ask, how many towers do they have left?
Who?
Arcadia. It's basic math.
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
No, it's not. It's one Nexus Tower that's already dead. Look at the vision on the map. Well, there's not much of vision anyway. There's one pink ward, and then there's like, it's all centered around Baron just in case they want to try to attempt it. But still, it does matter. Because Nexus Tower is already dead, Lux. Come on, tell me, how many towers are left?
You know, there's 4. Okay, there's 4.
Last breath is going to go down onto Guilties. Then Ace Hole is going to pick up that kill onto Annie. And now they're going to start sieging onto the kill for the inhibitor tower. And for that, they're actually going to start going around, backdooring onto that inhibitor. And one thing I do want to mention, Kitty and Dimes work so well and synergize so well together. And now they're actually going to start going around. There's a 5-man just going around, just picking up one inhibitor after another, tower after tower, picking up like pieces of candy right now. And distance, it's not going to land. Still clearing out the wave. And I have to admit, Suffix along with Dimes have such major wave clear. And there's not much that Team Arcadia can do right now going into this. And hold on, one more time. How many towers are up? Count for me. 1, 2, 3,
4.
Congratulations, past kindergarten. And with that, the fourth dragon of the game is going to be going down. So still increasing that gold lead to now 13,000 gold, ladies and gentlemen. That is only 2 kills difference. But if you take those objectives, keep taking those objectives, you will win the game no matter how far you're behind. You take those objectives, keep taking those objectives, you could be 0-10 and still be in the lead for gold. And that is what Team Suffix is showing right now, is they might be only 2 kills ahead, but they are taking objectives like pieces of candy. And just like Lux's counting skills right now, it is too easy for Team Suffix. Now starting to focus, that is going to be yet another tower going down. So that is going to be 8 towers, and only 3 towers are going to be remaining for Team Arcadia. And you never know, that wonderful comeback But if you guys ever have watched me cast before, I am not going to be beating a dead cat unless a big, huge team fight comes out. And it being now... wow. Okay, so I can't even count right now because that is 16,000 gold in favor of Team Suffix. And now they're going to start going around. They're cleaning up the camps as they should, constricting any and all gold away from Arcadia. And I don't see any way that Arcadia is going to come back, to be completely honest. Unless Team Suffix really starts throwing, especially with Baron buff, which is highly likely, I don't see them winning it. And the ultimate's going to be coming in with that. It's going to be a kick onto it. That's going to be first kill onto Karma. Still going onto it. Kitty is going to be taking a lot of damage. So Dimes is going to be the one that should be focused. And that's going to be 2 kills down. So now it's going to be 3 against 5 as they're going to try to... That Horsey is now going to run away. But Masuno, though, is going to start going after Suffix. And with that, it is going to be trying to see if they can do it. But no, that's going to be 1 kill. Could this actually be almost a near ace? And with that, that is going to be a double kill. And they were overextended trying to dive under the tower. And that did not help them. Only 1 member of Team Suffix is alive. Now, for that, that was a very bad positioning. With that, Kitty started to use his onslaught of shadows and just go in that back line, trying to go after it. Dimes did follow up, but the rest of the team did not. And the damage! Oh my lord, I am Terra just melted under the hooves of that poor horse. And you cannot blame it. Having that last Whisper, Hydra, and also Trinity Force, that horse was going places, and I am Terra to not stand a single chance. Still going after it. Have to watch out. Sleepy, though, is trying to fight some damages and still going after Sleepy. Going to be using Onslaught of Shadow, getting out of that sticky situation, but still doing a lot of damage, taking out nearly 40% of Sleepy's health, but it's still going to be regened from the Lycia coming out from Boric and also the Doran's Blades. And one thing I do want to mention coming into this now 37 minutes, which it should have been ended a lot earlier ago, you could really sell those Doran's Blades and go with wards. Start buying those wards. Start warding your enemy jungle. Nonetheless, these teams are fantastic. Tibbers is going to go down, though. It's only going to be a 1-man drop, and that's going to be 1 kill. We're going to be looking to see if we can pick up another one. The focus is going to go down onto I Am Chu. Last breath, that is going to be a double kill. See if they can go down onto it. That is going to be a kill onto Lucian, though. And that is going to be Annie. That is going to be a now 4-for-1 trade going in favor of Suffix. And I really don't think Nidalee can do anything. Try to protect it. And looks like Suffix is trying the best. And I Am Terra is going to get stomped on as the ace is going to go through. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first game going towards Team Suffix. And what a stomp. 72,000 gold to 55 and 24 to 21. That shows you 9-1 towers. If you start taking your lead and taking those dragons, taking those objectives, and Miss Lux over here, as you firsthand experienced, what wins games?
Towers. Killing towers.
Congratulations, you know more than about 80% of bronze and silver elo. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, with Team Suffix taking the first win of the best of 3, going up against Arcadia, that is 72,000 gold to 55. We're going to be back onto the Rift, the second game, and seeing if Arcadia can either pull out 2 wins in a row, or if Suffix will just stomp on the next game and take their victory all the way home. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back as we go to a quick commercial break.
Hey, Clysis.
Yep.
That was actually, if Suffix won, that was it. They won.
That was it?
Yeah, because that's how double elimination bracket works. So
Awesome!
yeah.
Awesome! Alright, cool.
Congratulations.
I
to Team
apologize.
Suffix.
I was so wrong. I don't know. I
Yeah.
was kind of looking
No,
for another.
Yeah, if they lost, it would have gone on, but.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the winner, and I am mistaken, and I have no information, or I know what the hell I'm talking about. But congratulations to actually Team Suffix. They have won the summer opening for 2014 for the High School Esports League, and you guys heard it first. Team Suffix are the winners. Second place going towards Arcadia, still putting up one hell of a fight, and I don't know, Lux, what'd you think, honestly, of the fight? I promise I won't make fun of you anymore, but what did you think of the fight that Arcadia and Suffix put up?
I thought it was pretty intense. It was good. I mean, they both are a million times better than me, so congratulations.
Well, as a caster, I hype games up. I talk about it. I am not a pro player. I will never be. So you guys have a wonderful and fantastic summer. And I want to thank you to High School Esports League for bringing us on here, bringing us this amateur pro scene that these teams and these high schools can start varsity teams, start the junior varsity up and going, how the esports community has grown, and how Team Suffix is going to be getting their prizes. And I'm sure that the social manager herself, named Lux, the beautiful one and only Lux, is going to be talking to Team Suffix and getting them their prizes. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join us next time in fall for High School Esports League. My name is Clysis. You guys can find me at TDog_Clysis, and that is with 1G, not 2.